Hey guys, today's video is all about BoxyCharm. I have my Boxy Luxe and my Boxy Premium box to share with you guys. I wanted to sit down because I've been a BoxyCharm subscriber, I don't even know, for at least like 5 or 6 years now. And I've kind of dibble-dabbled between the base box, and then I upgraded to Boxy Luxe, and then now they have the Premium, which I'm trying. So I've kind of been all over the board and trying to decide which has the better value. So I wanted to sit down and open up both of these boxes with you and kind of go over what's inside, what's the value in each box, and play a little bit with the products and give you my thoughts. So today's look is using only products from the box other than my concealer and my brows. Those weren't in the box, but everything else is right from inside. So if you are new to BoxyCharm or you really don't know the breakdown of the box options, I just want to give you guys a little note here. So the fee for the regular BoxyCharm, what they're calling like the base box, is $25 a month, and the value is over $120. Then you have the option to get Boxy Luxe upgrade. So quarterly, you have an upgrade of $50 to be able to get the Boxy Luxe box. And that box has an average value of over $250. Now, you also have the option to get BoxyCharm Premium, which is $35 a month, and then that is over $175 in value. So basically, for a $10 upgrade, instead of a value of $120, you get $175. The number of items in the BoxyCharm box is 5. In the Boxy Luxe, it's 8 or more, and the BoxyCharm Premium is 6 to 7. So part of this really depends on your beauty budget and really what you're looking to do. So I really wanted to just look at really what I find in each box, if I really get as much pleasure from both, if it's worth having that extra fee with Boxy Luxe, if I would be happy with just having the Premium. But we've got a lot of products to cover in these two boxes, so let's get going. I think the way we'll go about this is I'll show you what I got in my Premium box, and then I'll show you what I got in my Luxe box, and then we'll go ahead and use the products, at least all of them that I can right now, and then I'll sort of give my thoughts at the end. I've really been trying to decide if I want to keep Premium, if I want to just have the regular box and then have my Boxy Luxe every once in a while, so this will be good for me too. Okay, so the first thing is the one that I was most excited to try, and it's the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Retinol Mask. So I love retinol. Retinol is so great for your skin, for really helping to reverse those signs of aging. And what Glow Recipe says is this cozy retinol powered sleeping mask has avocado, matcha, gently smoothing PHA, and encapsulated retinol, which is released throughout all hours of the night for skin recovery. So this is obviously almost like a really rich moisturizer that you'd leave on overnight and then be able to rinse off in the morning. And it does also say that you can use this as a mask, which is really cool. So the value of this is $49. So this is the way that I usually see these Boxy boxes, whichever box it is that you get. Usually there's going to be one item in there that is the price of what you pay for the box that you're really excited about and that makes it worth it. And then you've got a few other items in here that will either really tip those scales for you, or maybe you just come out even. And I've had it both ways. I've had boxes that I've really loved and been super excited about, and then I've had a couple times where it's just been really a bummer. And actually, I would say my last 2 months have been pretty disappointing, and I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or if there's a way that I can get it so that I have Boxy Premium and then Boxy Luxe, but on my opposite months, I've been getting both the Boxy base box and then the Premium box, and this last month, it was like a super dud. So that's kind of why I'm doing this, is so that we can go over this together. Anyway, I'm rambling. So let's look and see what else is in here. So we've got the Cocoa Contour. I've already taken a peek at this, and I love the Too Faced I almost dropped it. I love the Too Faced bronzers. The only thing about this, for me, what I'll probably do, I just broke a nail. I almost broke the palette and then I break my nail. Man. What I'll probably do is put this in my makeup kit. After today, I'll just sanitize it, because really, I think all I'm ever going to be able to use is honestly probably all 3 bronzers maybe, and then this medium highlight shade. And when they say highlight, it's not like a shimmery highlight. It's essentially like a satin powder that you would use to highlight areas of your face. So I'd have to have people with beautiful darker skin to be able to use this highlight shade, and then someone with really fair skin to be able to use this one. So on the day-to-day, I don't think that most people are going to get a lot of use out of a contour palette anymore. And I know that they used to be super popular, and then a lot of brands have gotten away from them just for that reason, because they really don't cater to the average everyday consumer. So, but I'm sure that they'll work lovely. We'll see, because I'll use that one. And then I got one of the $1 Billion Brows, $1 Billion Brushes. Isn't $1 Billion Brows a company? I bet this is affiliated. This is the Sculpting Duo brush. I didn't tell you guys the cost of that Cocoa Contour. So the value of that one is $44. And then this brush says that it's valued at $30. I mean, I could get a Wayne Goth brush for $30, so, or at least close to that. So I don't know how I feel. Sometimes I think that these MSRPs are really like marked up, especially on brands that aren't as popular, but we will give this a go. Sneak peek, I do have more brushes in the Boxy Luxe box, so we will definitely be good to go on brushes. So then, this is a product that I have tried before, but not in this shade. This is the Kat Von D Studded Kiss Cream Lipstick. I'm honestly not going to use this one today because I'd like to give it away to someone who will use this dark of a shade, if you guys can see that. It is quite dark, and I might actually even have a sample of this one, but it's the shade Motorhead. And I do find that these are a little bit more matte than I like, so I will find somebody to pass this along to. But this is a value of 20 bucks. And then we have one more Kat Von D product, and this is the Inkwell liner. It's a long wear matte eyeliner, and this is in the original black shade. So I really like, if you guys have watched, like, still the Tattoo liner is one of my all-time favorite liners, and I know that there's a lot of drama around this brand. I know Kat Von D isn't actually even affiliated with this brand anymore. So this, I believe, still is from before she was kind of booted out of the company, if you will. So that's one thing, is I feel like maybe BoxyCharm is getting these products that have the old packaging on it, and that's why we're getting them in our box, which, you know, sometimes I think between like special edition or limited edition products and then like maybe old packaging, that's sometimes what you're getting. But this eyeliner is a felt tip, sort of like Inkwell. Well, it's Inkwell, that's what it's called. So it does look to be very black and very matte. So we'll definitely get some use out of this guy. We will actually use that in a little bit. And then that one is $20 as well. And then our last product in the box, I thought this was going to be a face wash, and I was a little bit bummed because I have a face wash in the other one, but this is actually a body wash. So this is the Sardinian Spirit Shower Gel from Skin & Co. And it says it has Sardinian, Myrto, lemongrass, and wild orange. And like the first thing I smell is lemongrass. Like it smells kind of like Fruit Loops for grown-ups, if that makes sense. So I will enjoy this one. It'll be nice to have a body wash to try. Obviously, we won't be using that one today. That would be a different kind of video. So that is our box. I'm gonna tally this up and let you guys know the value. The value of this month's Boxy Premium is $185, and it is $35, right? Yeah, $35. Sorry, just checking my notes here. $35 for the box. So, like I said, this glow recipe is $50 already. Now, I probably wouldn't have just bought this on my own, so, you know, I wouldn't have gone out and spent the $50 just because it's piqued my interest, but not enough to actually purchase it. But, you know, even if I think about getting it for $35, that's still a pretty good deal. And if I really enjoy any of these other products that are in the box, I'm definitely well above the purchase price. The one thing that I think that sets this off is like I said, I would never pay $30 for this brush. I can already tell you that, but maybe I'll eat my words. I don't know. So let's go ahead and move on to the Boxy Luxe box. All right, so here we have our Boxy Luxe box. So right away, I'm gonna let you guys know that I got the full $1 Billion Brushes set. This is the charcoal brush set, and it says the bristles are infused with charcoal for an antimicrobial effect. I don't know if charcoal is actually antimicrobial. I'll do some science research and then I'll like put it in the edit here, because I know that obviously it's like cleansing, but I haven't heard that it's microbial. But in this you get 5 brushes, and it is actually a different brush. I wonder if this other brush, hold up. Okay, so it doesn't say on this card for the premium box that the brush, the duo brush, is charcoal infused, but it does say that for these. So they look like they're made the same though, so I'm not sure. I'm going to assume that they are, but you get 2 face brushes, and I'm gonna actually compare these two. So they're pretty close. This guy that was in the Boxy Luxe is a little bit bigger and obviously not double-sided. So depending on if you really like double-sided brushes, that might be an extra added value for you. And then you get a fluffy powder brush. These actually feel pretty good. I mean, like I said, I would not have paid $30 for that one brush, but they do feel really nice. All right, so you have what they're calling the contour brush. You have the powder brush. Should I just hold all of these awkwardly in front of my face? Then you have the concealer brush. These I also really like for laying down shimmer shades, FYI. And then we have a highlighter brush. I don't know, like, whose face is tiny enough to use this as a highlighter. But I would probably use it as an eye brush. And then we have the eyeshadow brush. So for this set, it has a value of $55. See, again, so this is valued at $55, but this is valued at $30. That just seems kind of off to me. So I really think you have to take some of the MSRP in these boxes with a grain of salt. But am I excited to try these? Yes. Would I have gone out and purchased them, especially for $50? No. All right, now for one of the items that I was really excited to learn that we were getting in our box, and that is these Swell water bottles. So this is the 17-ounce size, and I don't have any Swell bottles, I don't think yet, but I've heard nothing but great things about them, and this is hand-painted, which is really pretty cool. So I'm sure that you have heard of Swell, and I'm excited to try mine out. This has an MSRP of $35. Right, and now for one of the products that was catching a lot of buzz on Instagram was this Kylie Skin foaming face wash. So, you know, Kylie Jenner is Kylie Jenner, right? I have not tried any of her like makeup, skincare, so I'll be interested to try this. Let's see, it says it's a luxurious foaming face wash infused with ultra nourishing kiwi seed oil, packed with vitamins C and E to help maintain moisture and improve elasticity. So I don't necessarily believe in having really hyped up ingredients in your cleansers, just because in all honesty, most of it washes down the drain. So, you know, having vitamins, I don't really find super effective. But this is, again, retailing for $24. I'm just gonna see if I can open it up. It just smells really light, so I mean, it probably has fragrance in it, but it's not like overly fragrant. So I will give this a go and let you guys know in a future update, probably in one of my review roundups. I will let you know what I thought of this. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of sleeping because I got another sleeping mask, and this is the Pure Heals by Nature Village Propolis 80 Sleeping Mask. I was excited because this has honeybee propolis, which is really supposed to be great for your skin. So this looks to be a Korean beauty product, which automatically makes me excited to try it. If you guys saw my K-beauty haul, I was saying that I wanted to try some more Korean skincare. So this will be a fun one to get to try out. The little card in the box also says that the propolis extract forms a water oil protective barrier that soothes irritated, sensitive skin. So this has a retail of $55. So it does come with a little spatula and then a little cap on the top. It smells nice, not like honey. So if you guys can see, it is more of like a jelly cream texture. I would say it's almost like a water cream if you guys have tried any of the like water creams out there. So I am very excited to try this. Again, this is probably a skincare item that I wouldn't have purchased on my own, but I'm really excited to get to try it. So I obviously have a lot of skincare to update you guys on, and since these are both sleeping masks, it's not even like I could put them on right now and let you know anyhow. So we'll definitely update you in the future. That will obviously make a big difference as far as like the value to me of the box, but it is nice that both of these boxes contained a really nice skincare item. All right, so then we got a duo of Bodyography lip pencils, 2 beautiful shades, very usable shades, and I'll probably just either use one or both of these to create our lip look today. And these retail for $28, so that would be $14 a piece, which is, you know, I would say like mid-range for a lip pencil. So I will be interested to try these. I have a lot of lip pencils and I think it takes a long time to go through a lip pencil. So these are kind of like the item in the box that's sort of like, for me this time, but in all honesty, I'll be grateful if there is only one. All right, and now we have a mascara. This is the Lily Lashes Triple X Mascara, and this says it's an extra lengthening, extra volumizing, extra bold mascara with a tapered dual fiber wand that defines and coats each and every lash with an ultra black velvety smooth formula. This retails for $24. I'm gonna open this just for you guys. Like, I have so many mascaras that are open right now, but in the name of, you know, figuring out which box really had the better value, I'm gonna use this one today. The brush looks like one that I would like. It is pretty big though, which I always find hard to do like lower lashes. So that would be the only thing right off the bat that I see about this. All right, so we have 2 more items. Now, because this is a Boxy Luxe box, I find that you do get a few more items. It's just part of the value of it. And this one I was actually really excited to try. It's the Perfect Glow BB Cream from Pur Lisse. And this says it's oil-free, moisturizing, natural looking coverage, and it's matte meets glowy finish. Matte meets glowy finish. All right. I don't know how you'd do that. So this says it has Asian herb extract complex, goji and hawthorn berry, brightens the skin while jasmine improves skin texture and retains moisture to create a gorgeous and glowing complexion. So it does have an SPF of 30. And this is the shade Light, so we will try this out. I'll look and see how many shades of this you can get, but I feel like usually there's only like 2 or 3 in most brands. So this retails for $35, and I'm actually really pretty excited to try it out. I love BB creams, especially, well, pretty much all year round. I wear a lighter coverage, but especially in the summer just because I like less on my skin. Not that I'm wearing much at work right now because I have a mask that covers this much of my face all day, every day. So haven't really been wearing a lot of anything, but this would be a nice one to be able to throw on a day off and just get a little coverage. So, all right, one more item in the box, and it's another big value at $49. But to be honest, it's the one that just was kind of like, to me when it was announced that everybody was going to be getting this one. And this is the Tartist Pro eyeshadow palette. Now, the big reason for this is, again, I feel like this has been around for a really long time. Let me see if I can get a shot where you guys can see most of the shades. There you go. So it looks like pretty eyeshadows. I guess it just didn't like resonate with me. The colors look pretty. It's a lot of mattes. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, so 8, 16 mattes and only 4 shimmers. So I am a shimmer lover. Maybe that's it for me, that it is mostly matte, but I'm sure we'll get a beautiful look out of it. Tarte has nice eyeshadows. It just isn't something that like really speaks to me. Like, I don't go towards the Tarte eyeshadows, but it does really smell really good. So we will be trying this one out as well. Okay, so the value of this month's Boxy Luxe box is $305. Now, obviously all the boxes have some slight variety in them, but so this is just the value. Now, obviously all the boxes have a slight variety in them, so this is just the value of my personal boxes, but that just sort of gives you an idea of what you get value-wise for what you pay. So hopefully this will be really helpful to you guys, so let's get into using some of the products. Okay, good thing we got some bronzer in our boxes because I am gonna need some. This is so light, that's such a bummer. But it does mean that I'll probably be able to wear it in the winter time. Oh. I feel like I look like I put on a mask, like a sleeping mask, which is kind of funny. I'm just gonna like buff this in as much as possible. Oh, you guys. Well, I tell you what, they better have at least 2 more shade options. I would think like 3 to 5 to get most skin tones because this is really light. I don't consider myself super dark and this is way too light for me. So I kind of went through with all of the colors in all honesty, and then now I'm actually taking that highlight shade that I thought I'd never use and some of this medium contour and really just kind of like trying to put it everywhere just to warm up my face a little bit, to try to bring back some life. I can already say that I don't love this BB cream, which is really unfortunate. At first when I put it on, I was like, well, if this was a darker shade, I would probably like it. But I feel like my skin looks more textured than normal. And that was even before I just put on like every single shade of powder in here except that one. But I feel like this powder like brought back some life. Like it's not, I mean, I'm not quite as tan as my neck and my chest, but I've definitely got some good color. I will say though, I mean, I'm using a pretty fluffy brush, but I'm able to use this deep contour on its own. Now granted, that was over like virtually paint white foundation. I don't know, I feel like it's not as pigmented as I would think for all skin tones. So if you're a really deep skin tone, this might still not be dark enough for you. But I feel a little bit better now that I've got some shape back to my face. I'll tell you what though, I definitely won't be filming an Instagram tutorial for the eye look because this is not Insta flawless right here, but we're making do with it. So surprisingly, this one's coming in clutch. Colors blend really nicely, and just that like smell, that like cocoa smell is really warm and comforting, and this brush is actually really nice. All right guys, here's the final look. I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the way I was able to sort of save that foundation situation, but I think that this entire face, other than my brows and concealer, is all from these boxes. So just talking a little bit about the product. So that Pur Lisse BB cream, honestly, I wish that I liked it more. I do feel now that I used a little bit of the Tarte Ready Set Radiant spray on my face, I feel like it looks better, and I cannot believe how much better the tone of it looks. So I'll keep it, use it more when I'm less tan, but it still wasn't a favorite of mine. I mean, I know it said that it was going to be like a matte finish, kind of like a glowy matte, whatever that means. So at first when I applied it, it looked like it was going to be really glowy and beautiful, but then it kind of started drying down and emphasizing texture. I feel like actually putting that cocoa contour powder over the top lessened that texture almost, which is kind of crazy. But it could have been just the spray at the end too. So that I'm not super excited about, which is a bummer because I was excited to get it. I have to say I really did enjoy this cocoa contour palette. I was able to use a lot of the shades to sort of save this situation. I kind of went through and contoured with these two and then warmed up my face with a combo of these two just to really kind of like bring it more golden again. And then I did use the medium highlight shade to set underneath my eyes. So let's talk a little bit about the brushes. I did find, especially this powder brush, to be really nice and soft. So this guy was just kind of eh for me. It's not a shape that I use a lot. And the eye brushes really were just so-so. I didn't find them horrible, but I didn't find them wonderful. So for me, there isn't a lot of value in these brushes because I already have so many. This one I'll definitely probably use again, but some of the others are just kind of like a middle of the board for me. The Kat Von D eyeliner, I think, is nice if you like a very, very matte liner. However, I find that it's so matte that it almost looked a little like chalky. Like it's still black, but it just is almost too matte for me, I guess. And the mascara at first I was really impressed with. I like put on the first coat and I was like, ooh, I really like this. And now I'm just kind of like, meh. It's definitely more of just like a wispy light mascara because I put 2 coats on and I don't feel like it's super volumized. I was pleasantly surprised that I didn't make a mess all over when I was doing my lower lashes, and we'll see how it lasts, so I'll update you guys on that one. But again, it's just like a so-so product. I guess the other product that I really enjoyed using was actually these lip pencils. So I used the Pouty shade, which is the lighter one, all over my lips, and then just used the Rosewood to contour a little bit, to get a little bit of like depth. These feel very creamy, so I'll be interested to see how long they last, but I love the way that this shade came out. Even the Pouty shade on its own really was something that I would definitely wear, maybe with a little bit of lip gloss over the top, because I like something that's a little bit more glossy, but I wanted to keep true to what we were using just for this video. Now, the one thing that I was actually really surprised about was the Tarteist palette. Now, I was able to get a really nice, like, soft, smoky look. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the matte shadows and just 1 of the shimmers. So if you've watched my channel before, you'll know that the first time I use a palette, I almost always use all the shadows dry, just so I can kind of see the like pigment impact, especially of the shimmers. So I will say I didn't find the shimmer to be super wowing, but I was putting a light shimmer over a dark shade just to give it a little bit of like oomph. And then these colors are really pretty. I think that a lot of them on the eye though are gonna look kind of similar. Just a couple, I think you could like vary this palette a little bit more, and they are a little bit of a drier formula. That isn't necessarily bad, but I think I'll probably use a tackier base when I go through. In fact, today I didn't use a base at all. I just had a little bit of that concealer on. So if you like a very natural, soft look, because even this for like a smoky eye to me is very soft. So I'll definitely have to play around with this more. Let me know if you guys want to see something on Instagram. I will maybe end up doing a little tutorial and just trying out some more of these shades. This trendy shade is kind of what I was anticipating using. It reminds me a lot of like Makeup Geek Insomniac, if you guys remember that. So it's just this like pretty reflective shade. So I might try to have some fun with that just to see if it's as intense as the Makeup Geek one. But I'm pretty pleasantly surprised with this. It'll be something that I play with. I do like, you know, sort of these plummy brown, so the tones in it are definitely something up my alley, but I have to say I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. So, thoughts on the BoxyCharm versus the Boxy Luxe. So if we look at some of the items that we got a great skincare item in both. So for me, I haven't tried it yet, but that glow recipe right away off the bat sort of made this box worth it for me as far as the premium goes. And then the Cocoa Contour is something that was, you know, a pleasant surprise that I'll end up definitely getting some use out of. Things like the eyeliner, the brush, the shower gel are kind of like those, you know, cool, like I'll use it. And obviously the shade of that lipstick is just so dark that I know I won't use it, so I'll just pass it along to a friend, which is always fun to be able to do. So obviously with the Luxe box having 2 skincare items in it, I can't really say how much I love them yet. I am really excited to be able to try that sleeping mask though. So that to me, the intrigue is there. The Kylie product is neither here nor there. Who knows, maybe it'll be a great face wash, but I was obviously really interested to try the Pur Lisse, and I was a little bit bummed. But the nice thing is, you know, if I'd gone out and bought that for $35 and didn't like it, I'd be kind of out that. So at least with it being included in the box with some other items that I'll probably enjoy, it sort of like gives you that like safety net. So I'm excited about the Swell bottle. That's already $35 of value. I feel like this month both of the boxes were kind of a wash for me. So I think it really depends on where your budget is. And obviously with the Luxe box, that's only 4 times a year. So you're getting that quarterly, that little upgrade. And it is kind of fun to like get a little extra gift, if you will, gift to yourself. So I think I still like both. I definitely think that if you can do the upgrade, I personally think that going from the base box to the premium box is really nice. Especially, I think that I originally got the premium box because they were doing like a brand takeover. That's when I got all those Fenty items. And so that was just really fun to be able to do. And so I think, in fact, I saw a little note about like the anticipated value of a box, unless it's a brand takeover box. So I think that they plan on doing that a little bit more frequently. And I really did enjoy that. It was a fun way to get to try a few things from a brand. So I just need to see if I'm able to go from having the premium box and then upgrading to the Luxe every quarter like you are able to do with the base box. So I'll have to look into that a little bit. I will leave that in the description box below when I find that out. So let me know, are you guys subscribing to BoxyCharm? Are you doing the base box, the premium? Are you doing Boxy Luxe? Let me know. Did you use BoxyCharm and now you don't? I'm really curious to see your guys' opinion. In all honesty, it's the only subscription box that I have anymore, and I do still really enjoy it. Like I said, I always find at least one item in there that seems to make the box worth it for me. So I know tonight's video was a little bit all over the place, but hopefully you found it helpful. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you really soon.